Why you do that? What's going on? What's going on, yo? Can y'all hear me good? Can y'all hear me good? Press 7 if you can hear me good. Hassan, what up, Hassan? Douglas, what up? Press 7 if you can hear me good. Sorry I came a little late. Listen, I was here early, ready to go, but StreamYard was acting funny. For some reason, it was like the stuff wasn't loading up. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, I reset my laptop and everything. I don't know. StreamYard was acting funny though. You know, StreamYard is the like the program that most streamers use. Most of YouTube content creators. And for some reason, StreamYard was acting super funny, yo. Weird.
Cash rules everything around me. Life hasn't short, it shouldn't be so rough. Cash rules everything around me.
What you didn't tell me? No. Hold on. We gonna make sure it is Vic. Vic, your shit always no. Your shit be fucked up. Nah, don't blame nobody else. Your shit be fucked up. That's why I kicked you off the panel the other day. Your microphone be fucked up. Everyone else's shit works fine except yours. You're in Trinidad. Y'all always got mic problems. Don't try to blame. Don't try to blame StreamYard. Nah, nigga, that be you, nigga. No. We can understand if it's sometimes, but it's all the time. Your phone been like that for 2 years. You've never changed. I ain't about to get in this conversation with you, yo. You never had, yo. You were never able to have a good conversation online. You were never able to have a conversation. I'm not gonna even gonna entertain you. Whatever you talking about, I'm not even gonna entertain you.
Cash rules everything around me. Life hasn't short, it shouldn't be so rough. Cash rules everything around me. Please get the money, get the money, get the money. Cash rules everything around me. Clean, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all.
But I ain't about. I ain't about Vic. I ain't about to go back and forth, Vic, with you. Nah, yo, no. I'm not about to go argue with you about your microphone. This nigga, man. Yeah, yo, I want to give you. I want to put you in timeout just for 5 minutes or whatever, cause you pissed me off. Starting the live wrong already. So this is the point of the live, right? Latinidad is not real. So when I'm saying what Latinidad is not real, why I don't believe in this whole sense of Latin unity is because what is this 16, 17 different Hispanic countries in the Americas. We are not all the same, yo. There's 16 to 17 different countries in the Americas. Hispanic countries. We are not all the same. People think, oh, it's like ignorant motherfuckers. It's ignorant that I swear, like if you live in the East Coast, like I swear, if you live in the East Coast, you're more knowledgeable on it. But or maybe I feel like the East Coast is more knowledgeable on it because they know the difference between different type of Hispanics or like a Caribbean Hispanic. They like the food, the music that they listen to, how they speak, the dialect. It's 21 countries. I know it was at least 15 to 16. What you got? You got Argentina, Chile, Paraguay, Uruguay, Bolivia, Panama, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Venezuela, Colombia, DR, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Mexico, Peru, Ecuador, which one? Nicaragua. Did I say Nicaragua? Honduras. I was missing Honduras. El Salvador. Those are the two I was missing. There's almost 20. Which one am I missing? I covered them all. I think I got them all. Costa Rica. I didn't say Costa Rica. I said Colombia and Ecuador. I said Colombia and Ecuador. I said Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador. I don't know. They don't consider Belize Hispanic, but many people there speak Spanish in Belize. Then you have Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea in Africa. That's a Hispanic country. Yeah, they speak English in Belize. They're all mixed up over there. So you have all these countries, and you want a unity? Unity? Why? If we're gonna do this is my whole thing. I used to go at this other YouTuber named Radical Latino because he used to preach black and brown unity. right? I think that's over the top. If you're gonna do that, you might as well say, let's all get along. Why don't all of us humans get along? Right? Let's all get along. If we're gonna say all Latin Americans, then I say, yo, let's just all of us get along, all of us in the world. Like, why are we dividing each other? Oh, now this sounds like a utopia, right? Now it sounds almost impossible, right? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Why should we unify with any group? Why should I unify with any group? Latin unity. Why? We stand for different things. We believe in different things. We look different. We speak different. Spanish, the common denominator. But it's like we're different. We're different people. If we're gonna go that far and say Latin unity, let's just say human unity. Why not? If we're gonna say Latin unity, let's say human unity. If I want to advance myself as a person, I'm gonna deal with whoever benefits me. I'm not gonna just deprive myself and say, "Oh, you have to speak Spanish or come from Hispanic Latin lineage." That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it, yo. I don't believe in Latino unity either. This is why I always had issues with Hicks. You know, because my whole thing is, and when I was locked up, when I was locked up, when I was locked up, my cellmate was Colombian. My cellmate was Colombian guy. And we had a joke, an ongoing joke that I used at first. I was being funny when I said, he knew I was being funny because he knows I was Dominican. And he was like, I think I wanted something, like I wanted like a pack of cookies or candy or something, and he didn't want to give it to me. I said, damn, yo, we supposed to be Latinos, yo. You used to look out for me. Colombian guy. And he started laughing. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Yo, I hate when people do that. I was like, yeah, because you see how motherfuckers, because when it benefits them, now they're Latino. Oh, Latin unity, Latinidad, la raza, güey. Dominicans don't talk like that. That's not even in our linguistics, in our lexicon. We don't speak like that. But it's like when people say something, they'll speak to you in Spanish and like, yo, we the same, yo, we Hispanic, yo, we Hispanic, yo. Nah, I'll deal with you as an individual person. I'll deal with you as an individual. Dominicans done fucked me over. Dominicans done fucked me over. I fought I fought Mexicans. I fought Puerto Ricans. I fought Dominicans. I got in the street, yo. I got in the street in a situation in the street where this Colombian chased me down with a gun. I beat yo. I whooped his ass. Boop boop boop. I whooped him. One day I'm gonna tell that story. I beat him up bad in front of his baby mother. I whooped him up bad. I was drunk. He was drunk too. We were both drunk. What a combination, right? But I was a little drunker than him because I did some bold shit. He tried to be disrespectful. I walked up to him, punched him in his. We started banging. I was whooping him. He tried to pick me up. I'm laughing. He tried to pick me up. I'm laughing. Beat the fuck out of him. I'm looking for my cell phone. Like, yo, where the fuck my cell phone at, yo? I couldn't find my cell phone. Like, oh shit, where my cell phone at? I'm looking for my cell phone. Them niggas came back. No, he came back with his boy. Nigga when he came back, he had a gun on him, chasing me down. I skated. He had a 38. Black 38. All black. I could talk about it. You know, I'm not going to snitch on him tonight. This happened like 7 years ago, some shit. 8 years ago. A Colombian nigga. Colombian. Yeah. I mean, no. So Morena, what I'm telling you is that has nothing to do with nothing to me. I treat people on an individual basis. I've dealt with white people that they were, you could say, the racist, and I've dealt with white people that you can say were good people. I dealt with white people. There was a white dude that he did me a favor, yo. That I don't think anybody could do. Yo, he did me a huge favor that changed my He gave me an opportunity, and I took advantage of it, and I benefited off of it. He gave me an opportunity, and I didn't waste the opportunity he gave me. And he was happy. He was like happy as fuck. So like when people telling me, they try to tell me, oh, this and that, oh, this. Some people are racist. Some people are racist, or some people yeah, I don't. They're real, or we Latino, or like you might be able to play me or trick me if you're Dominican, maybe. But Dominicans have done me dirty. When I was young, growing up, I was around them. This all I'm around is Dominican. They're gonna do you dirty, nigga. They're human beings, yo. We have to elevate above that, man. So I treat people as individuals. Roy says, personally, I see unity as more of a respect thing. Yes, we are Latinos. Doesn't mean we have to kiss each other's asses. Everyone has their own unique struggles and problems. There we go. Yo, when I went to Mexico, I'm gonna do a video on this. When I went to Mexico, I'm speaking Spanish to these Mexicans, and they looking at me like all weird and shit. Mexicans were looking at me like I'm weird. Like, you an alien? Like, who this black motherfucker talking to me? And they said, "Oh, I'm Dominican." And like, oh, and like, yo, I'm talking Spanish to them, and they're not like hearing me out. Like, I'm talking Spanish to you, yo. It's like they couldn't believe I was talking Spanish, yo. They could, yo, I'm speaking Spanish to them, and they still ignore me. Then I say I'm Dominican. They're like, oh, that's crazy. So when you tell me unity, I don't understand it. And people, so many people are ignorant that they don't understand. Puerto Rico is one thing. Dominican Republic is another thing. Cuba is another thing. Now, we're all in the Caribbean and we're Hispanic and we speak Spanish, but we're all different, yo. We're all different. Now, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Dominicans, they tend to intermingle with each other, but sometimes they don't get along. Now, this might not be fair for the women to talk about it, but the men, I know niggas that's Trini, Trinitario, Dominican gang. They don't get along with Puerto Ricans. Vice versa. I remember when I used to stay with my grandmother in Dykeman on Vermilion, that was 204th Street in Vermilion, a block away from Broadway. I used to have issues with other Dominican kids. You know, and you can say, oh, that's just regular kid shit. Because I was Dominican American, and those kids were fresh off the boat. Them little niggas didn't know, they didn't know no English. And I knew Spanish, but a little bit. We used to now get along. I remember one time, yo, how many times I fought them little kids, yo? They said, like, I'm trying to be Snoop Dogg. Dominicans wear their hair like this. What are you talking about? When I talk, yo, I just say something in Spanish. I mean, a lot of Dominicans, they probably think I'm black, but the minute I say something in Spanish, they're like, oh, de lo mío, oye, mi rey. That's it. Mi rey, ¿qué es lo que? Oh, yo estaba en una bodega y yo vi uno que se ve más o menos así como yo, el color mío. He was behind the counter. He was a little lighter than me. He was behind the counter. Y yo compré palita de vaina, un aguacate, un mango y un coso, una botella de agua. A big bottle of water. Y yo le dije, niño, because he was eating something good. He was eating a plate of food. Some good shit, like ribs or something, cotilla. Y yo dije, mierda, loco, pero tú estás comiendo bueno. Tú estás comiendo bueno, eh? That, you know, he was eating the rib. Juicy rib. mad grease on his lips and hands and shit. Oh, look, tú estás comiendo bueno. He laughed. He was like, oh, he smirked. He was like, oh, you Dominican. So he said, claro, mi rey. Now, man, like now it all changed. So I could see that with Dominicans. I see that happens with Dominicans all the time. So I can understand, yeah, exact ethnic group, but the vast group of Hispanics, yo, nah, my guy. Now people say, oh, Spain, this Spain, that. Yo, in Spain, teenagers and people in their 20s, the young generation, they love Dominicans, yo. Ellos aman. JM, you talking all this shit? JM, where you from? Yo, Spaniard kids from Spain, European that speak Spanish, they love Dominican music, yo. Dembow, bachata, they love it. And I got the proof in my phone, nigga. They love it. I've had conversation with these people. They love it. They love Dominican music, yo. They love it. They love Dominicans. I'll go to Spain, yo. I want to go to Spain, yo. But what I'm gonna carry a knife on me. Yo. Monkey Black got stabbed out there. He's a dembow artist, a rapper, dembow artist, Dominican. Monkey Black. That's his name, yo. Monkey Black. Dominican. That's his name. Monkey Black. That was his name, yo. That was his name. Monkey Black. You want to talk to me about unity? Nigga, is your family united? Is your family united? Oh, niggas was saying all this and all that. Oh, fighter. I hate when y'all do this. Blood Moon. Uh, who else? Who else? There's a few other people, but Blood Moon, you the main culprit. Oh, now we got all these black people over here. This is a Dominican channel. When has this ever been a Dominican channel? When has this ever been a Dominican channel? I'm a Dominican, and there's a lot of Dominicans here that you know. But when has this ever been a Dominican channel, yo? Ever? This channel's for everybody. Yo, this world is too small. Sorry. This world is too large to keep my mind small-minded. I don't move like that. I'm not like that. Blue-eyed soul. Yo, my whole thing is like I'm not friends with someone because of their ethnicity. I'm friends with someone because of their character, or I get along with them, or we have things in common. Not because of my ethnicity. Half Dominican, half amazing. You know what I mean? Unblock yourself. Blood Moon, get the Latinos to come here and unblock you. Get the Latinos to come here and unblock you. Midnight tomorrow. So in about 27 hours, in 27 hours, you'll be unblocked. In 27 hours. Yeah. In 27 hours. Boo boo. Oh, yeah, y'all don't want black people here, but black people come here and they show love. Hispanics do too, but black people show love too. Black people show love on this channel too. I mean, I'm just saying. If you don't like that fact, do something about it. If you don't, if there's a black person here and you don't like them here, block them. Tell them, yo, don't come back here no more. Bing, block them. And then when they come back talking shit, block them again. And block them again. And block them again. But you ain't gonna do that over here. No. Robert. If anything, when I came to YouTube, I was pro-black. I was a pro-black, yo. Now I'm neutral. And I've learned, I've grown to learn that people be peopling. It doesn't matter. Every group has horrible people, great people, people in the middle, lazy motherfuckers, hardworking niggas, smart, intellectual, slow, dumb, autistic. Every group has it, yo. Eric is gonna come back tomorrow midnight, and so is Blood Moon. Taino Night, I don't know what happened to you. You be flip-flopping, Taino Night. 1 minute you love me, the next you hate me, nigga. You like a toxic ex, nigga. You act you Taino Night, you act like a light-skinned bitch, yo. Taino Night act like a light-skinned bitch, yo. You ever dealt with a light-skinned bitch? Toxic, nigga. I got rid of her. I didn't get rid of her. The people in the chat did. If people really fuck with me, they'll bring her back. If they really fuck with Blood Moon, if they really care, they'll pay 100 to bring her back. Nah, but they not, nigga. Yeah, shh, and wait for her to come back tomorrow, nigga. She not tomorrow. Thursday, like midnight, like 12:01 a.m. Thursday. Look who's back. Latinidad based Oppenheimer says Latinidad is indeed fake. Look what France, Italy, and Germany did to Brazil when Brazil wanted to implement obligatory Spanish language class in schools. Oh, word. I'm gonna look that up. There's gonna be a topic, yo. Yeah, let me send this to Rancho. I should have been tagged Rancho in his live. Y'all hit that like button, man. I only see 11 likes, yo. Y'all don't super chat, y'all don't cash app, and y'all don't even hit the like, nigga. Y'all crazy. Let me hit up Rancho, man. I got his number over here. Nigga, we think alike, man. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. You a traitor. Flip flopping ass nigga. Yo, you ain't about to, nobody about to box me in. Oh, fighter, you supposed to be this. Nah, you ain't about to box me in, nigga. Fuck that. Let me live my life. Let me live my life. I'm more excited than you. You live your born life. Let me live mine. Fuck, nigga, goofball. Fuck out of here. I have friends from all different, like, of all different sects. I have an eclectic group. What's this? Shiesty bum. I know you don't got a man. Team FBA, but you don't got a man, though. You don't got a man, though. Shiesty bum got no man. I'll be damned if my bitch was on YouTube all fucking day chatting it up. I know you don't work out. You got men. You a thought. You a thought. Motherfuckers is crazy, yo. Ignorant motherfuckers, man. Ignorant as hell. A simp, he just want to fuck you anyways. It don't really matter. He just want to hit it. Let me show. I gotta show y'all this video, man. Hold on. Shout out to the 32 people. Let me see what the lights looking like, cause y'all disrespectful. 28 people. Hold on. $30-something people, only 16 likes. I don't get no respect. I don't get any respect. I'm killing King Macho's dream. Hey, ain't no unity, yo. Truth, why does it matter? You're not gonna pull up, nigga. There was a whole event in Philly, 45 minutes away from you, and you didn't go. You trying to link, nigga? You could have linked with niggas in Philly. Like, you got me, yo. You got me, yo. I'm on an ankle bracelet. Yo, you right. I just came home on an ankle bracelet, man. Yo, you want to see? Yo, you want to see, yo? Look, yeah, man. My mother sponsored me, man. If it wasn't for my mother, I'd be locked up still. Yeah, man. Look, yeah. I'm on an ankle bracelet, nigga. You think this is a joke? Nah, this is the tens. I got those are the steel tens. This ain't a joke, man. Yeah, I got the tens on, man. Look at this nigga over here. Look, fucked up microphone.
A damn dough, man. Oh. It don't fucking matter, man. Look, let me do a sit-in. I'm up here fixing it. I got the parts and everything. But these, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it do what I do, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta fix the door lock, got the parts, kits in and whatever. Fuck, I help with the vacuum cleaner. You know what I'm saying? You doing what I'm doing. Que lo con toque.
Why you saying Gway? We don't say Gway.
You might have that might have been a microphone though. I ain't say
No, nigga. No, nigga. You say que lo que toque Gway. Mexicans don't say nigga, you're nigga, you said Gway, nigga. That's not, we don't say that, nigga. This is what I'm talking about. We're all different.
Man, go ahead.
We speak Spanish, but we're all different. No, nigga, read a fucking book. You fucking idiot.
I tell you, I do it the dumb way. But I'm hard on it though. Let me do my sit in because
yeah, man, get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Hey, I love you, fighter. Hey, you got the right mindset, bro. You keep doing what you're doing. You on the right.
Bro, nobody about to tell. Bro, nobody about to tell me not to fuck with certain people because of because of they're different from me. That has nothing to do with anything.
Right.
I deal with I deal with people who treat me right,
bro. We look. That's called a deal of people according to how they treat you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We need each other. You know what I'm saying? That's a human factor, bro. All this old bullshit, bro. Like they be getting on my ass about love them white folk. Now, I deal with white people. Some of the most people, like on the internet, they say Mississippi is the most racist place, right? But I deal with the white people down here in the supposed to be most racist place. I don't even have a problem about these people. If I was to start going live and showing you who I'm around, you'd be like, God damn, it's a different thing. These are the people, if I call and I need anything, or if I fall short of anything, they be the first one to call. I can call some kin folks and I let them borrow money and get where they go. They try to avoid me because I let them borrow some money. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't worry about that. I don't go against nobody.
All right. Your microphone acting up. Your microphone acting up again.
My bad. But I'm finna go on. I'm finna finish this.
All right, man. All right, yo. Take care, man. Put him in the back, yo. Vic, your microphone be wilding. It ain't stream, y'all. Let me go through these messages, man. The Yankee is not American, never was, will never will be. African Americans are Hispanic American darkskins. Fuck you on about. You mean negrinos? The is for the broke fighter. Based Oppenheimer is Rancho. That's Rancho. Mexico for the poor. You're poor. Your hair is poor. Your hairline is poor, Shiesty. What's your influence? Wig wearing? Fuck out of here, man. Let me show you dumb Latinos. And this is not just like Latinos. This is just dumb people, period. Shut up with your wig. You got a wig right now. You got a dirty wig right now. Shaniqua. Trying to talk shit. I've been in Southeast DC. Yeah. I've been in Southeast DC. I know what it look like out there. Yeah, I've been there. You can't lie to me, nigga. That's where you live at. You live in Southeast DC. Mm-hmm. I've been there before. I know what it look like. I know the rent is real cheap out there. I know it's real cheap. So stop the crap. We don't do coke. We sell it in America. Dominicans sell cocaine in America. Stop. And black people smoke crack. Flavor. Yeah, boy. Stop it.
Oh my.
Look at this. Latinos take a DNA test. Idiots.
God.
And this is the mentality of a lot of people. It's not just Latinos, yo.
I am 88.7% European.
What did you think you were? I'm 88.7. What did you think you were? Light bright? What you thought you was, black?
And today we're going to be taking a DNA test.
Finally, to
Oh my
find out
God.
if I'm 100% Puerto Rican.
I really hope that I get full 100%
100% Puerto Rican, nigga. How does that even work? How does that even work?
Mexican, 100% Mexican. If I don't get 100% Mexican, I'm gonna be sad.
What you mean 100? Like, how can you be 100% Mexican? What the what, nigga? What? Nigga, yeah, if you're Mexican, you're Mexican, nigga. What the fuck you mean? This nigga stupid, yo. Look, this bitch Dominican and Sri Lankan.
Don't know a lot about my family past my grandparents.
That's funny, yo, cause she look Monica. Yo, I'm gonna see if I could get an interview with her. Hold up. Monica. I'm about to cook these Latinos. Okay, I'm gonna see if I could get an interview with her.
And I kind of like it that way.
I feel like I know it's gonna be español, tío.
What if you find out you were like a queen in your ancestry?
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm from the DR and Sri Lanka, so like there's some black in there.
Hold on, y'all like this fighter. Y'all don't, nigga. Y'all don't like me by telling me you like me. Show me you like me, nigga. Send something on the Cash App or the Super Chat, man. I'm tired of being on. Yo, I'm about to quit YouTube, yo. This shit ain't paying me, man. This shit ain't paying me, yo. I'm about to quit this shit, yo. Y'all gonna have to just go to another channel. I'm about to quit this shit, nigga. I'm not even a quitter. This shit ain't working, nigga. Shit ain't working.
But my mom's last name is very white, so something weird probably happened there.
I hope that I'm Bad Bunny's cousin.
Imagine.
I want to know like how much like indigenous I have. That's like the main.
All right, I'm lying. I'm not gonna quit YouTube. I love the toxicness. I'm lying. I'm not quitting YouTube. Let's be real here. I've been here for 4 years now. Damn, a nigga's addicted. I'm addicted. And then when I leave YouTube, it keep calling me.
Main thing I want to know. So first thing, let's open these.
Spit into the funnel until the amount of liquid saliva reaches the. That's so much. Oh hell no!
That's so much, but she be sucking dick. She be sucking dick, and now it's too much. Come on, stop lying.
What line?
I don't know if I have that much in me, you know?
Ready, set, spit.
Stop.
Okay, that's it.
So now we have to close this.
That nigga's what the fuck? Why did he sniff? That nigga weird. Yo, shout out the big clips, man. Yeah, man. I ain't gonna quit YouTube, but it be niggas showing love,
broke,
man.
baby. I ain't got no money.
Also with the big boys.
Yeah, man, you know what it is, you know who it is, and you know where it's at. Send a super chat, cash out, send that monyo. Hey, yo.
Damn.
Shout out the big clips, man. Why did that nigga sniff? She's like, what the fuck? ¿Qué es lo que te pasa, manito? Manito, ¿qué es lo que te pasa? ¿Qué pasa, tío? Tío. Like that's what they say, like Mexico went down, like tío. They just call everybody uncle and shit. Like Shiesty Bum. Shout out to Big Clips, man, for that big donation for the dub. Fighter, why your parents flee DR? Shiesty, why your people flee Africa? Answer that. Why your people flee Africa? Wakanda. I mean, you want to be disrespectful? Let's be disrespectful. Why did your people flee Africa? I mean, you are people. You are people from what? You can't even spell right. Oh yeah, you definitely from. Oh yeah. Oh, you definitely from DC. You from Southeast DC, huh? With a rent real cheap, huh? Dominicans are African. Yo, come on, Shicey Bum, you from DC. I seen the black people in DC. They a different black. Yo, I'm black like these. Black people in DC, they black like these. Look. They black like these. Right? I'm black like these. People in DC, they black like these. I seen what the DC people look like. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, nigga. Fuck wrong with you. All right, let me relax, yo. I'm a little, I get a little raunchy and mature and shit. Let's get back to the video, man. I'm clowning right now. I'm clowning, yo. I'm super clowning right now, yo. Let me stop. Let me act a little poised. Point Dexter. I'm a Point Dexter. Okay, how are you doing, everyone? Let's analyze this video here. I don't want to act raunchy or anything. I don't want to turn anyone off. We should all be inclusive when it comes to these conversations, and we don't want to exude low-level behavior. We want to at least pretend to be civilized human beings, because in the evolution of humanity is forward progression. I mean, what are we? Stone Age? What are we? In a Bronze Age? Are we in the Bronze? No, we're not in the Bronze Age. Which you don't have any table mannerisms? Do you have a bidet? Do you have a bidet in your house? When you utilize the lavatory in your home, do you have a bidet? You don't. I'm not gonna argue with you. You don't have a bidet. You're a savage.
Now we're gonna ship it.
And we wait, I think, 3 to 5 weeks. I know. Okay, so it's been about 4 to 5 weeks. We finally got the results. I'm super scared, nervous. I'm excited. I don't know.
I'm anxious. I don't know what I am. I'm having an identity crisis.
I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. I'm worried I'm white.
Oh, we're in.
Okay, what do we do?
Oh my gosh, I'm 71.9% European. Hey!
Nigga, what did you think? What, white boy? Who I hit? Shout out to Big Clips. Oh man, yo, you see, and that's a black man showing me love, yo.
I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money.
So with the big boys. Yeah, man, you know what it is, you know who it is, and you know where it's at. Send a super chat, cash app, send that monyo. Hey, yo.
Damn.
Shiesty Bum is another fanboy. That his envy. I'll stay quiet when I see you supporting your own community. Oh, big clips. Are you FBA? Shout out the big clips. What you mean? What you mean, Arnold? Hey, I'm having an identity crisis. Are you the man? I hit somebody. What you mean I hit somebody? What you mean I hit somebody? Oh, you Dominican showing love. Look at that. Dominicans can show love, yo. It sound like a woman. I mean, it does sound like a woman. Yo, what's good? King Rooster. Who half white? Shout out to Nomad for showing love, yo.
Everybody can eat.
Those Latinos in the video didn't even realize they are the colonized. What they get playing. Hold on, nigga. You're talking and the Latinos in the video don't even realize they are the colonizer with the European DNA. Cognitive dissonance for you. Yeah, like how didn't you know you were white? Like you white. You white. Moxie's Irish, Latino. That doesn't even make sense. Why you hating, yo? If you don't come from colonizers, you lose it. Oh man, it's getting ratchet in here. Sugar Bone might be a dude, yo. Race Wars episode 1. The Coca-Cola Strikes Back. Rancho, my guy, ¿qué pasa, manito? Manito, ¿qué pasa, yo? Yo, when I was locked up, Rancho, real quick, I'm gonna go back to the video. But when I was locked up, Rancho. Matter of fact, I'm gonna wait till you come up so I can tell you. I miss you too, bro. I want to tell you who I met in prison. We're not gonna talk. I'll tell you behind the scenes, not online, man. Not online. I didn't get jailed. I got prisoned. All right, yeah, just let me know, Rancho. Nah. If you drop the soap, just grab another soap. If you drop the soap, just leave that right there. Grab another one. Grab another bar of soap. That's all. That's simple. It's not complicated. Sorry. Excuse me. 71% European. What he thought he was.
Spanish and Portuguese, 69.8.
Okay, Rosalia.
0.3% Italian. No wonder I like pasta so much.
I know he's joking. So you're half of 1% Italian, and that's why you like pasta. Not because it tastes good. This nigga, yo.
Why is this like the most
Broadly said.
like white DNA test?
What you thought? I mean, what you thought? What you thought? Yo, what did you think, yo? You thought you were black? What did you? I mean, when you look in the mirror, what you think? Nigga, you look like Jay Leno minus the chin, yo. Nicholas Cage ass nigga, man.
I'm very white DNA test.
Ashkenazi Jewish,
Everyone knows they're
0.8, 3.2% Congolese, and Southern East African. Let's go to the Congo.
Let's go to the Congo. Nigga, you're 3% Congolese.
Oh, we're going to the Congo.
You're going to the Congo? This is super cringe, yo. Wow. What you gonna do? You gonna rescue a baby or something? You gonna adopt the baby like a white woman? You're gonna like Angelina Jolie? You about to adopt a little white baby now? A black baby? Karen? Like what the? Oh my! This is so weird. This is so weird. Hit the like button, yo.
Come on, let's go. Recent ancestry in the Americas, Caribbean. Ponce, Puerto Rico. Wow, Ponce. I got some blood in Ponce there. Hey. I'm honestly very surprised at the fact that I have more indigenous American blood than African blood.
Oh, I already saw a number I don't like.
Which one?
44%.
Oh, he's surprised that he had more indigenous blood than African. Oh, really? Nigga. You're surprised? Yo, these motherfuckers don't have a mirror in their house. You look nothing like Flavor Flav, bro. Flavor Flav is black. You don't look like Flavor Flav. You don't look like Harriet Tubman. Nigga, you don't even look like Kamala Harris. You don't even look like Kamala. But you surprised, though? Yo, listen, hit the like button, 40 people in the building. Subscribe if you're new here. Song request $7 to the Cash App or the Super Chat. Cash App is $ pay me beloved, man. Yo, listen, man, I'm an anchor baby. I'm broke. I'm fresh out of jail. I ain't got nothing, yo. I'm broke. Delinquent. It's stupido.
European.
Okay, I can see it. I was expecting more.
46.9% East Asian Indigenous American.
Okay.
Okay. I got those native roots, I'm very in touch. 1% Jewish. What's up? Where's Mexico?
There you go.
It even tells you like what part of Mexico I'm from. That's wild. Nuevo León, Jalisco.
I'm not gonna lie, yo. She's cute. She's cute, yo. That's a pretty Latina, yo. Wow, she's hot. She's hot. Look at her, yo. Fellas, y'all knocking it down. She's Nicaraguan, yeah. Y'all knocking that down. Fellas. If you knock it down, press 7. If you won't, press 0. If you knock it down, press 7. If you won't, press 0. Real quick, guys. Taurus, yes. Taurus 7. 7, right? That's a hot. She's hot, man. Oppenheimer 1,000. Salves. Jay Jimenez says 0 because he's gay. Look, Jay Jimenez, all the gay niggas says 0. Look, Danny says them lips though 7. Come on, man. Irby 7. All the straight men said 7. Jimmy 7. VV 7. Big Clip 7. Come on, man. See, Jay Jimenez is the only one, the gay one, the gay guy. Look, base Oppenheimer says, "I'll bring her with me." Look at green her car. She looks over here. She's hot, man. She's hot, dude. Why wouldn't you want to raw dog, nigga? No Marcel 7. Siete. Why not? She's fucking beautiful. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. Her mom, yo, I mean, why not? Everybody except Jay Jimenez because he's gay. And that's okay, bro. And like, listen. YouTube, there's nothing wrong with gay people, but there's something wrong with Jay Jimenez. Because this is a gorgeous woman. Like, what's wrong with you? Get out of here. Get out of here.
Mexico's known for like a little bit more white, a little bit like colored eyes, blonde hair. So that's super interesting. Chihuahua, you already know, baby. That's where I'm from. El Norte, El Paso, Texas. Shout out 915. 0.4% Italian. I think that's why I dress so well.
If you say so.
Oh, man. Well,
so well.
If you say so.
Come on, yo. Stop. Yeah. Then he said he gonna raw dog and take care of the kids like he not supposed to. Oh shit, you scumbag. You fucking scumbag, Danny. You fucking scumbag. And he's gonna take care of the kids. Oh shit, Danny. Oh man, Danny ain't shit. Typical Puerto Rican. Typical Brooklyn Puerto Rican, man. What can I say, man? Typical Brooklyn Puerto Rican, man. Puerto Rico. Let me stop. All right, let me relax. Back to the sophisticated fighter. Let me behave as if I'm civilized.
Oh my God, I'm not white. Like at all. Oh, thank God. I'm mostly central.
Wait, she says she hopes she's not white. Wait.
If you say so.
Oh my God, I'm not white.
She said, "Oh my God, I'm not white." What's wrong with being white? I mean, you didn't. Whoa. She's not Dominican? Wait, what's wrong with being whoa. You know what's great? Well, she's coolly, but supposedly she's Sri Lankan and Dominican. And she looks like both of them mixed. Like she looks like that perfect mix. Like when she says, "I'm Sri Lankan and Dominican," I believe her. And when I went to Instagram, she had both the flags on there. Sri Lankan is Sri Lankan, sir. Indian is Indian, sir. She's Indian like Kamala. She don't want to be white though. She's the oh my God. Oh, what a relief. I'm not white. Wow. Yeah, she's half and half.
Like at all. Oh, thank God. I'm mostly Central and South Asian. Southern Asian, 45%. We knew that. Southern Indian and Sri Lankan, 45.5%. Shocker. The other 36% is Sub-Saharan African. Are we surprised? No.
Yeah, you're not surprised, baby.
Oh, no.
She said, "Oh, no, European." She said, "Oh, no, European." She's a little chubby. That never stopped you. That never stopped her mom Coca-Cola. The chubbiness never stopped you, huh? J. Jimenez, you are a fat woman. Talking about fat women can't vote. Oh no.
European. 10%. That is an amount I can allow.
An amount you can allow. I mean, what you gonna do about it? What are you gonna if you're white? What can you do? You can't change that. You can't change what you are. Fucking Latinos.
So my mom is from the Dominican Republic. That didn't show up here at all. So where did they come from? As far as I know, my mom's family has been in the DR, but maybe not even as many generations as they think. I'm assuming the 40% African is the Dominican, and they ended up in the DR for less time than we thought.
Oh my gosh.
I am 88.7% European. Spanish and Portuguese, I'm 85.4%.
So no Italian.
No Italian.
Interesting.
I'm gonna call my mom about this. Oh, and what's the first state in Mexico that pops up? Jalisco, Mexico. Viva Mexico! The comments are gonna be like, she's not even. She's
Are
not
you even
I'm not
Latina
even-
at this point?
I am.
Rosalia's cousin.
I know I called you Rosalia. Mira.
Mira.
Please.
Okay, view report.
We don't want to kick you off from the team.
40%, 40.9% East Asian and Indigenous. I wanted 70 or 80.
You're 4% less colonized than I am. Congratulations.
From Spanish.
Respectfully, baby, if you were 70% East Asian and Indigenous American, you would not look like that. You wouldn't look like the way you look.
From Portuguese, 27%.
Welcome to the team.
Northwestern European, British.
I can see that, the class, the elegance that you carry yourself with.
From Nicaragua, I have Managua. What?
That's right.
I'm from Chinandega, which is number
Okay.
3.
Mine too.
Okay.
Mine was a
Okay.
third.
All of El Salvador is lit up right now. I've never been to El Salvador, but I have like a bunch of departments that were connected to me.
They call them departments. They don't call them cities or states.
Well, in Nicaragua, we call them departamentos. So,
Not states or cities.
no, we had an ancestor from Lebanon. I don't see Lebanon here, so somebody lied.
Unfortunately, I did not discover.
She's so hot. It doesn't matter what she is. No states or cities. He should have said provinces. No provinces and municipalities. If she's from Chinandega, she's probably more Nawa than Otomangueng. Forgive them. English is not their first language. People should understand that Europeans have raped and infected almost every group in the globe. Sir, not all of that has been product of everyone hasn't been a product of grape, you know.
Or that I'm Princess Diana's long lost
Unfortunately
relative,
not.
or a long lost royal.
What surprised you the most?
The 44% European.
Oh my gosh.
Like, no offense to the Europeans, you know, to my vanilla friends out there. I love all of you.
I was worried I was going to have 90 siblings, like that documentary that I watched last week. So at least that didn't happen.
Like, I'm 1% Jewish.
1% Jewish. I don't think you can claim that.
Oh, come on.
I mean, you just say you're Mexican and I'm Puerto Rican.
And
that's
that's
it.
that.
Don't think about it too much.
Don't think about it too much. That was probably the best advice they gave everybody. Don't think about it too much, y'all. Just live life. You wish you were more. Cause stop it. Stop. Stop. Overall gay video. Jay Jimenez says that I wish I was as fit as him. Nigga, you won't even cam up. She's beautiful though. I ain't gonna lie. Whatever she is, she's hot. Jay Jimenez has cankles and man boobs. A chooty? What's a chooty? What's a chooty? What's that mean? What's a chooty? All right. Let me look up this video. There's a video I want to show you guys. Her name is something Moon, Puerto Rican. She used to be like in this sector a little bit. She used to mingle with us. I had a little back and forth with her back in the day, but we ended up getting cool. Damn, what? I was listening to her video today. Yeah, I was listening to her video today. Where's it at? Oh, right here. Original Moon. She's a Puerto Rican girl from Puerto Rican woman from Brooklyn. I stole her thumbnail. Well, I stole part of her thumbnail because she had an interesting conversation. I believe her monologue was interesting. Sundell says, fight, I heard Rick Ross is half Dominican. No. No way. That nigga's not Dominican. You're lying. Look up Chudy. All right, hold on. First, let me look up what Chudy is. Yeah, I ain't shit. Is this like a Hispanic, like a Latin South American type toy? A Chudy? What the? What is what? A Zoomer slang? What does Chudy mean? The Guyanan, like, so it, like, I don't understand. What is that supposed to? What is this supposed to mean? This image right here. I'm too boomer to get it. No, I mean, I'm pretty sure I get it a little bit. What short, stubby, box shape, no body definition, no abs, no calf muscles, right? I'm too boom. You said I'm too boomer based. How am I too boomer, bro? How am I too boomer? I get it. I mean, but I'm not in on every joke, you know. Chudy, I never heard Chudy, yo. My DNS says I'm 20% Muslim. 20% Muslim? What the? And 30% Jehovah Witness? How does that even work? All right, I'm gonna look up what chud means. Oh my god. That's a cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller? That's a chud? A chud? Underground dweller? Oh my god. All right, let me go to Urban Dictionary. A gross, physically unappealing person. Ah, man. He said he's once 5'11", 170. You're lying, nigga. Lying, nigga. Let's continue with the video. Came up. No one believes you. We all think you're lying. We all think you're lying, bro.
Hi everyone. So I wanted to do this little disclaimer prior to the video that I'm about to post, because when I reheard it, I was like, man, I'm like, I sound so angry. And one of the things that like I wanted to make clear is that, like, number one, I'm not an angry person. Number two, like, this stuff doesn't anger me to the degree that it might sound like when I'm talking about it in videos and what you're going to hear in this video, because, you know.
Rancho, what up, bro?
Yo.
¿Qué pasa?
Can you hear me?
¿Qué pasa, paisa?
¿Cómo estás, primito?
I'm chilling, bro.
¿Qué me cuentas?
Nothing here, man. You know, back to the ratchetness, man.
What happened? What happened, dog? What's with the ankle bracelet?
Yeah, we'll talk about it behind the scenes, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about it behind the scenes.
Well, I'm glad to know you're out, man. I didn't know you were inside.
Yeah. I'm good now. How's the family?
Growing, dog.
You did you have your second child yet?
Yeah, I got a.
Yo, ¿qué pasa, muchacho? Oh, yo, he's big.
Yeah, bro. He's a whole human now.
Oh man, yo, does he speak Spanish, English, what?
He speaks both. He
He
speaks
speaks both?
Nicaraguan and Colombian. He's being shy right now.
Oh, he's handsome, yo. Look nothing like you, yo.
He is.
Nothing like you, man.
Well made. He looks like me, just brown.
Shout out to him, yo.
Yeah. We're in the middle of a move, dog. We just moved to a new spot, and so I gotta go fucking pick up my tools and shit that I left at the last one. That's why all the car seats are down. I gotta fill this car out.
Wait, did you have the second one already? The second baby?
Yeah, bro. My baby girl's already a year old.
Oh, I'm jealous, yo. Because that's how I want it.
We got another one on the way.
Oh, you're not playing, yo.
I ain't stopping, dog.
You trying to get all that government? You trying to get all that government money, huh?
Hell yeah, nigga. I pay taxes, dude, and I want that shit back.
You want all that? Damn, not playing, boy.
No, we're gonna repopulate the earth, bro. You know we're having a population collapse. Not enough people having kids, so.
Oh, somebody trying to join, man. Who's that? So, that's what's up, bro. Yo, I'm jealous because that's how I want it. I want it to be boy then girl, man. Damn.
Oh yeah, I got lucky with that.
Damn, that's perfect. Not the Jackie Chan with the Aaliyah picture.
Blazing, baby. Old world Zombo.
Yo, but you know they Hollywood played him in that movie because at the end he ain't even get the kiss or nothing, yo.
Oh, he didn't, huh?
Yeah, bro. That was
racist ass black people, bro. They don't want to let the Asian man get his chocolate pudding, you know?
I mean,
racist.
Man, but that's what's up, man. That's what's up, bro. You out there living. So are you still gonna be in Cali, like kind of where you was living at, or?
Nah, I'm more by the beach now. Which is where I kind of grew up around the beach, so I kind of moved back to my original area.
Is it like more north, more west?
More west.
More west.
Right by the water, dude.
Okay, that's
so
good.
I'm going back with my white people, bro. Enough living along the Mexicans.
You're probably moving to something bigger too. Right?
Yeah.
Because you building
I need more space.
Army. You're building an army right now.
I need more space, dog.
Yeah,
bro.
That's what's up, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. That's what's up, man. Congratulations to you, yo. I mean, is that it? Are you gonna be good at 3?
Nah, dog. I mean, we'll take as many as the Lord sends.
Okay.
But I definitely would want my son to have a little brother. So we're gonna keep going till we have at least two girls and 2 boys.
Okay. All right. Yo.
Yeah, we're gonna have you and your little brother, buddy. So you're not alone.
That's what's up, bro. Okay, so you have the boy, you have the girl, and you have another one coming.
And then exactly. And then at least one more, but I mean,
damn.
It's not like we're not planning to like stop. You know what I'm saying? Like if one comes. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But we're not necessarily planning to stop. I'll have as many as God's willing to send me.
Okay. So man, I mean, we have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah,
yo.
dog. So what's up? So what happened? What Latina hurt your feelings?
No, so my thing is, if we're gonna think big, if we're gonna say Hispanic unity or Latinidad, why stop there? Let's keep going. Let's just be. My mentality is, I want to deal with who's ever good for me.
I agree.
Vice versa, right?
And that person.
Rancho, why stop there?
I agree.
Right?
I agree. I agree with you, dog. I agree with you. I don't think that just because someone's Latino means like they also like get an invite. You know what I'm saying? Like Latinos can be pieces of shit too. Like Latinos will fuck you over. They'll steal from you. They'll do shiesty shit. Like for me, it's more like a historical thing. I think Hispanics should understand their history and they should embrace it, no matter what. Like they shouldn't be embarrassed, or whether it's like you see some of these Latinos on that you were showing the clip on, where they're like embarrassed to be a Spanish ancestry, or maybe 100 years ago you had people embarrassed of having African or indigenous ancestry. My whole thing is that whatever your ancestry is, you should embrace it and you should use it as a strength. Um, so it's for me, it's more like a personal thing. Like anytime I've spoken on or promoted kind of Hispanic concepts, first and foremost is like it's more on a personal development thing where like the person should be able to again like stand into what they are and like project themselves outward. That doesn't necessarily mean ethnocentrism or blind ethnocentrism that like you're not supposed to have relationships with people from other tribes. Like I don't live that way. Like I have homies from everywhere. I have business people from everywhere. I have friends from everywhere. And just because someone's from my fucking native town, or even if someone's my cousin, I don't give a fuck. If you're a piece of shit, you're out. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of the times in the internet, people confuse that they think like embracing your history and kind of your general culture also means like this blind ethnocentrism, and I would never promote that.
You know what's funny? Recently, when I was in the big house, I saw this guy, and for some reason the conversation initiated, and he was speaking Spanish, and I was speaking Spanish. And I guess he wanted to talk to me, and I could tell he was Hispanic, but he was about my complexion, a little darker maybe. And I said, I could tell he was trying to communicate with me, but I just spoke to him in Spanish to make it more easier for him. And he was like, "Oh," like he was kind of like a little shocked. Oh, you speak Spanish?
Yeah.
And I started speaking in, ¿de dónde eres? ¿Eres dominicano? I thought he was Dominican.
Mm-hmm.
And he was actually Nicaraguan.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And what he say?
He's from that place, that Verde Green, whatever you said. What's that spot?
Bluefields.
Bluefield. Yep, that's where he's from.
Yeah. So he's probably of Jamaican ancestry.
But he looked Dominican though, like like a mulatto.
Yeah, because they get mixed in. I mean, in the east coast of Nicaragua, you have a lot of like the Miskito, or the Garifuna, who are like indigenous and black. Zombos.
Right.
So we call zombos. So you have a lot of that. And then some people look more indigenous, some people look more black, but they got both in them.
Is it Nicaragua? Is it? I don't think it is Nicaragua. That they have an island. There's an island, and it pertains to a Hispanic country. No.
Yeah.
And it belongs to an Hispanic country, and it's an island, and they have black.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So there's Corn Island, which is off the coast of Bluefields, and the reason why there's like black English speaking people there is because the British basically kind of took that area from the Spanish for a while. And then there's another island called San Andres and Providencia, which is, these islands are closer to Nicaragua, but they actually belong to Colombia. And Nicaragua and Colombia fight over this in court, and they're going to stay in Colombia, but the ocean around the islands are legally part of Nicaragua's territory.
Okay.
But the native people who live there are basically Jamaican. Like they're like, just think of Jamaicans. That's the people who live on these islands.
Right. Yeah, no, so that was funny, man. When I met him, and he said, "Oh, I'm Nicaraguense." I was like, I laughed. I'm like, I instantly thought about you. So I was like, "Oh man, that's funny." I was like, "Oh yeah, this will be a funny story to tell Rancho," But
Did
yeah,
you see
man.
a lot of Venezuelans in there?
No.
Oh, not yet.
Not yet. They didn't reach. They haven't gotten caught up in the system yet. But give it like 6 months.
Yep.
Because it's getting real.
Those niggas are hot in Colorado. I heard they were taking over projects and shit.
I mean, you're getting gang members literally from hell.
Yeah, dog, straight up. Maduro exported them. He's like, fuck these niggas. That's what Castro did with the Marielitos, He emptied the jails and put them on boats and sent them to Miami. That's why the 80s were so hot in Florida, because all of Cuba's criminal class got exported. And that's the same shit Maduro just did. He just basically sent all the fucking throat slitters to us, and now we got to deal with these niggas.
So my thing is, right, why is America taking them?
Well, you know how these smart ass fucking Yale elite types are, bro. They got a solution for every problem. So sometimes they'll invite a problem knowing that the solution is going to be what they really want to impose. So to them, they're just moving chess pieces on a board. You know, they might see a benefit to destabilizing or causing ethnic tensions. You know, these things always fit into the social engineering that they got up their sleeves. So I mean, I don't know the answer, but I'm sure they know why they're playing it like this.
Venezuelans raising hell, man.
That next generation of American Hispanics, you're gonna have a lot of fucking half Venezuelan, half Mexicans, a quarter Dominican, a quarter Guatemalan, all kinds of shit.
Let's see what happens, yo. And you know, and they did with the voting over there. They did they did something fugazi. They played with the votes.
I heard about that
in the recent election. So you know, people started rioting again because of that down there. I saw videos. I saw videos of people.
Maduro was gonna give it up. He's like, you don't get power just to give it up to the next guy, you know.
And I saw people literally throwing the money, Venezuelan money, in the air because this is worth less than paper.
Yeah, no, it's pretty sad, but you know, pretty typical for Latin America, dog.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, I want to review this video with her name was, what's her name again? She's a Puerto Rican from Brooklyn. Her name is Original Moon. You probably
remember her, yeah.
Yeah, you probably saw a video or two of her.
Yeah, I talked to her on the internet before.
Yeah, I did too.
I think she's half Mexican, isn't she? And
yes, matter of fact, you're right.
I think she's married to a Chinese dude too.
Yep, he's Asian. Yep, he's Asian. They're from
Why?
New York.
What did she say in the video?
Well, speaking about Latin unity and Latinidad, and this is an old video that she did.
Oh, I see.
And I kind of wanted to like resurface the conversation. I want to have the conversation again because I believe that the better way to look at it is like, don't deprive yourself of opportunities in life because of where someone comes from or what they look like, because maybe they could offer you something and maybe it could be genuine help, right? It could be genuine help. There was a man earlier, I was telling people, oh, he was white, but really he's Polish. A Polish man that didn't know me from a can of paint helped me out, and I don't think he even realizes how much he helped me out.
Yeah.
And then he saw that how I took the help that he lended me, and I capitalized on it. And he was so happy that he believed in me. He believed in me, and I know right there I motivated him to maybe help other people out too.
That's dope. That's
right?
dope.
Because there's situations where people, they take a chance on you, or you take a chance on someone and they just disappoint you. You know?
And most of the time they'll be closely related to you.
No, right. They could be a family member.
They'll be the closest ones to you. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the benefit of being an America fighter, is that we have exposure to a lot of different cultures. Like, I grew up a lot around a lot of like Asians and Persians and Middle Eastern people. And I look back and I'm like, having those friends and like kicking it at their house and, you know, growing up with their siblings and their parents, like, it exposed me to shit that, had I grown up with just a bunch of Hispanics around me, especially like lower income ones, then like I wouldn't have come up on certain things, certain mentalities, certain ways of looking at the world, certain ways of like going after opportunities. So that's the benefit of America. And I think I think like that's the future. It's like, we gotta create a nation of real niggas, regardless of where they come from, and bring whatever your culture has or your like subculture has to the table. Like be a stand-up citizen. But again, like being too ethnocentric, you're limiting the ingredients that you can cook with. You know what I'm saying? Like on a kind of psychological level, like you're forcing yourself to just, in a sense, be in a ghetto, right? Like in the original sense of the word, a ghetto was like the Jewish neighborhood where they weren't allowed to leave. So it's like you create a ghetto in your mind, and you're never able to pull from other cultures. You're never able to expand, and that's how big civilizations are created. They pull from different cultures and they make it their own. So yeah, man, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, man.
What does she say? Like, what specifically does she say in the video?
No, well, wow. There was a part. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it because I think it was. They were having a very. They were having a good conversation between her and her husband.
Oh, I see.
It was a good. It's not that the video is not even that long.
Yeah.
But it seems that she is pro his Hispanidad or pro Latin, and the stance that she's taking was conversations that we were having in the past when it comes to not looking at race, more looking at your culture.
Yeah.
Right, because we all come in different forms. So that's pretty much what she was touching on. That was the the basis that she was touching on. So I'm gonna play it for a little bit, and hopefully you can hear.
Yeah.
Listen. Wait, y'all can hear it, right? Can you hear it?
No, fighter, I can't hear shit, G. And I don't think the comments are saying they can't hear anything.
Okay. My fault. My bad. Damn, I thought y'all could hear it. All right. Hold on.
Like she asked.
Right there, could y'all hear that? Look.
Yeah, I heard something real quick.
All right.
He's like, "Are you Hispanic
All
or
right.
Latin?" And the area that I live in, I've said to people plenty of times before, this is a majority white neighborhood. I think it's like point something percent other than white in this area. And I feel like I've come across people that I've never met a Latin person in their life. And when I did blood work, that actually happened. The woman that met me, I think I was the first Latin person that she's ever met face to face in her life. And she didn't know how, like she asked, she's like, are you Hispanic or Latino? And it was really funny. And she was actually very sweet. And she was like, I hate to ask the next question. She's like, but what race are you? She's like, I don't know what to put down. You know, I felt really bad for the woman. It was like a genuine sense of not knowing, you know, of not knowing how to answer that question. And, you know, the point that I'm trying to make is that, you know, she was scared to ask me that question because, basically out of fear that like I would get upset or have like an angry emotional reaction. And I didn't, you know, I laughed it off and I'm like, you just check everything off, you know, like just check everything off or check one thing off. Like I genuinely, like it really doesn't bother me. And she's like, I'm so sorry. She's like, I just, I don't know. And she's like, I just don't want, I hate having to ask that question, blah, 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 and she doesn't want to offend anybody. And, like the point that I'm trying to make is that this stuff doesn't get to me the way that it might sound. And the reason why, like, I thought about doing the whole entire video over, because you're going to hear it kind of cuts into something else, because there was a first part of it and I felt like it really didn't relate. And I felt like the part that I start at, what you're going to hear, that was the point that I was trying to like get up to. And I feel like the first part of that before that, it was just kind of like rambling and it just didn't really make any sense. So I just cut the whole part out. The reason why I wanted to keep it is because, fine, there's anger. It might sound like I'm angry at some points, but, I made some very good points. My husband made some really excellent points. And it's like, I know that that's something that I'm not going to be able to recreate. So that's why I didn't want to record it again. So anyway, I wanted to make this whole little disclaimer. This is going to be like a 5-minute disclaimer. No, I'm not angry. No, I'm not upset. Again, when I'm out in the world, this stuff in the real world it doesn't get to me like that. If anything, it's more of the negative feedback that I get for stuff that, to me, I believe that I'm putting out things that are more on the positive side, but because I'm not, bending to the will of what other people want me to, then they want to take it to a trolling place and accuse me of the exact opposite, of being somebody that's just this completely negative person and that I have like ill intentions when I don't. So anyhow, for all of you watching, thank you so much. People who have been subscribing, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. And yeah, so without further ado, there's the video. For what? And we're not all going to agree on everything. That's it. It's just point blank, period. Like my idea of when I would speak about unity, my thoughts were more aligned with, okay, can we at least in this country not go by race and force there to be a classification of Latino / Hispanic? I said Latino. There's other people that want to call themselves Hispanic. I don't care. If we can have it Hispanic / Latino, that's fine. And you can pick one or the other. I don't care. I would just rather us define ourselves by that label as opposed to being forced into the black or white box. That's the only thing I ever said on it. That's the one thing. That's it. Like, I'm not asking for like, oh, we have to unite with the entire Latin America and we have to go to land. I'm not talking about all that. That's admirable that there's people that want to do that. I think that's great. But I'm not even thinking about that yet. Like, can we at least try to be one thing here first and start here first? And then maybe if we do better here together as a group, as American-born Latin people, maybe we'd have more economic power to help people in Latin America or help other groups in the country. Is that a good point?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make noise.
I mean, I think
it's not just about that, right? You think about just the system of powers in America, right? These groups, these boxes were made to uphold certain types of system. Once you conform and become black or white, you become part of that system, that structure of who's in power, who's not in power. And then if you need to empower your own group, you need your own box. If you don't have your own box, your group is not in power. So don't believe it when you say, you know, I'm Hispanic, but I'm white. You just took away from the Hispanic power.
Exactly.
I'm Hispanic, but I'm black.
Exactly.
I just took away from the Hispanic power.
Exactly. Exactly.
I didn't even want to talk.
No, that's great. And you know, and that's coming from somebody that, you know what? They have their own box. Asians have their own fucking box. How good do Asians do in the country? Ask me. They're kicking everybody's asses, including the white man's ass.
Yeah. Did you say something?
I just want to make a quick comment. The thing is, like, Hispanics do have our own bias, and you can, according to the U.S. Census, like this is according to their rules, they ask you if you're like Hispanic culturally or ethnically, whatever, and then they ask you how does that break down. You know, are you a mixture of black or indigenous or white or indigenous or whatever?
They say, are you not? They say, are you not? Are you black non-Latino
of Hispanic origin?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So black non-Latino is black. White non-Latino is white. The census doesn't care if you're 97% white or black or indigenous, or if you're from Spain even. They don't care that you're from like an actual country in Europe. You're gonna get classified as Hispanic if you identify with one of the countries of Spanish America automatically. Your race, your mixture, none of that matters. And so according to them, to the US government, we do have a bubble. We are grouped together. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily fit the paradigm of black versus white, but we are still grouped as a classification. And again, this includes Spaniards. So like the irony is that Spaniards by the US Census aren't considered white. But like, I think people from Egypt or like Somalia or Ethiopia, one of those like Horner countries, they are considered white.
So
I've gotten into arguments with Spaniards on Twitter who get mad, and I'm like, I don't care if you consider yourself white or not. The American government doesn't think you're white. Like it doesn't, you know?
So my whole thing is the best predictor of my success would be how I use my day, right? My 24 hours versus what group I identify with. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Right. I think people put a little bit too much. The internet makes people put too much into it. Once you broach the topic, it becomes like very polemic. It's kind of like, it's like a detail that's like, all right, like cool, that's where you're from. That's what, like, that's kind of where you get your sense of culture from. Now what? Like, what can you do for me? You know, at the end of the day, what can you do for the rest of society in general, whether they're Asian or wherever they're from?
Yeah, that's just been my whole point. I'm not telling you not to wave your flag and you know and hop, skip, and jump, but what is that really doing for you? You know, I was having a similar conversation like this. I want to say a few days ago on a live where I said something about like Al Horford. Al Horford, he's the Dominican basketball player for the Boston Celtics. He's married to Amelia Vega. She was once, I think, in 2007, she was Miss Universe. I think 2008, Miss Universe. They had kids. Shout out to him, yo. Dominicans winning, but I'm like, it's not like I'm winning, right? They're like the elite of my ethnic group, right? So just because they're winning for your ethnic group, it doesn't mean that that's you.
Yeah, that's
right.
a good point.
Right, like that. Yeah. That doesn't mean they're the one living the life, right, in the mansion, well, and
that's like this class reality.
Right. So my thing is, shouldn't we thrive to be better us versus just throwing your flag like, oh yeah, I got the Dominican flag, yeah, okay, but you bozo, are you adding on to your people that way you can say that they're great, or you just sitting back for the people in your group to accomplish things. That way you can brag about your. I mean, that's it's so weird to me, you know.
No, it's true because a lot of nationalism, especially Latin American nationalisms, they're kind of like they're like for the plebs, right? Like what you're touching on is like the elite, live a certain reality, but you're the ones who kind of consume the flag at the soccer game or the baseball game, and like you're kind of able to jack yourself off, like your ego, without
Right.
really accomplishing anything on your own. Like you don't really have anything to contribute, but but at least you can say, oh, like at least I got this flag, and it's like that's a sign that you don't got shit. Like when that's all you got to bring to the table, then you don't got shit. And I mean, from my personal point of view, like again, like I said earlier, I don't care if you're my fucking cousin from the same town. Like if you ain't got shit to contribute, like get off the boat. Like there's, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're not pulling a sail, if you're not doing something for the boat to move forward, then you're just dead weight. And your genetic or national proximity to me makes no fucking difference. Like not, and it ain't gonna be greater of importance than the dude who may not share anything with me, but he knows how to do a really good fucking job on the boat. Like that nigga's more valuable to my personal life than you. And nationalism goes out the fucking door, and that's how reality works. Like that's how reality works. A lot of people lose contact with reality because they're so stuck in the internet and these kind of nationalistic, racialistic polemics that they forget how real life works.
Yeah, I remember you used to speak on ethos and logos.
Right.
And I read one of Jordan Peterson's books, and he bring that up. And now I'm reading this book by Suzanne Langer, where she speaks about philosophy and the new key. And it speaks about how people utilize, like individuals or organizations or artists, they use images and art and terminology to get people, to grasp people, and it works, yo. Like people fall into the trap of like symbolism or this is what this signifies. I don't know, bro. I just feel like people they fall in the trance. They fall in the trance of something that's greater. It's even like this, yo. It's even deep like this. When you walk into a Catholic church, yo, why do they make the stained glass? Like, why is the architecture so beautiful in there? It's so people could fall in love with that space, so they can fall in love with what it is to be Catholic. But do you really know what it is to be Catholic?
Right.
You're repping. Okay, they're repping the flag. Wow, the Dominican flag is so beautiful. It's blue, and then it is red, and it has the Bible in the middle, and it has the cross, the white cross. It's so beautiful. But do you even know what it really means? And I think people.
Well, I mean, you see this with. My bad.
No, I was gonna say I think people sometimes they fall in a trance and they become zombies, right? And everything isn't for everyone. Most people, for the most part, will be zombies, right?
I see that.
Most people, for the most part, will be zombies. So, but me personally, I like to deal with all type of people. I do want to put on for my group. I do want to put on for my last name. So, yeah, that's just pretty much.
Yeah, a lot of people even do that with like sports teams and shit, like Raider fans or like fucking Knick fans or whatever your fucking team is, and they'll be like, "We won," and it's like, nigga, you're not playing, on the team. You don't own stock. You don't have shares in the team. Like you're a fan. And a lot of like nationalist type people on the internet are that, like, you don't own shit in the country. You don't own a fucking business that creates employment. Like you don't have a seat at the table. You're like a peasant. And those tend to be the most proud because like upper class Latinos, you know, they're kind of like their own set, right? Like upper class Puerto Ricans, upper class Dominicans, you know, Cuban, Nicaraguan, Mexicans, wherever, like that kind of, let's just say, ruling class, like they all mix with each other before they'll mix with a peasant from their own country. You know what I mean? Like a upper class Peruvian who sends their kid to fucking Europe to study ain't gonna get with some broke ass Peruvian. They'll get with another upper class Costa Rican, right? And I think in the convos around these topics, like the class element never really gets talked about. And then you have a lot of like the rabble arguing with each other, but they never really like understand that element of like the role class plays. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm not against class, but it is an important element to understand. And your class is going to inform how you view the world. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're at the bottom of society and you're fucking, you know, fighting over pieces of chicken, you're going to have a different mentality than someone who was born with land, you know, and can kind of move resources around at that level. So, you know, that's an important thing to highlight.
Sundown, what's up? Ditso, what up? I want
What up?
Sundown
What
to
up?
go first.
Hey, congratulations, Rancho.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Many blessings to you too as well, brother.
Yeah, but no, I just hopped on here just to give you kudos for what you said about nationalism, right? I think a lot of people they get wrapped up in the term nationalist, but they don't understand what that really means. You get what I'm saying? Like I'll use an example. So here in Europe, especially like once you start to go to Eastern Europe, there's a huge um neo-Nazi presence, right? So you have people from like Russia, the Ukraine, Chechnya, all these different countries that are wearing the swastika. They're calling themselves Nazis. They're shaving their heads, but they forget what the Nazis did to them during World War II. They forget that there was documentation on how they viewed Eastern Europeans. They didn't view them as beneficial, right? They viewed them as less than.
That's fully
They
human.
were a class
Fully
lower.
human.
So when you see these people, and it's not just them, but it's like you see people online when they talk about how, you know, whatever race they are, they're happy because they're this, or they're the best because they're this. It's like you can't take credit for the contributions that had nothing to do with you. Yeah, this group might have done it, but what have you offered? What have you changed? What have you made better? You haven't made anything better. You're no better than the people that you're looking down on, because if society was to crumble, would you be able to fix anything? No. You'll be just like the rest of the sheep that's out there. You get what I'm saying? I've always laughed at people that bragged about nationalism and then they don't really understand what some of these nationalist groups really stand for. Even in Germany, there were three classes. You had the civilians that were going around yelling out, you know, the SH and doing the salute. Then you had the SS that was um, doing the orders. They were completing like the orders that were given to them by the establishment. And then you had the upper echelon. They viewed the soldiers and they viewed the civilian as just sheep. They would never even talk to them on the street. You get what I'm saying? Even with the groups in America, a lot of these supremacist groups or a lot of these other groups that are quote unquote nationalists, they have their cabinet of the people that they view as important or equal, and then the rest of them are just numbers. So if you're not a part of that inner circle, then you can't really brag about anything, because they look at you the same way they look at the rest of the people. Right. You would be the ones that they would sacrifice to keep the name
That's
going.
the cold reality. That's the cold reality right there. Like that's and you know, elites or groups that get to that echelon of power, and those groups change. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of ascribe to like this concept of history where it's like about cliques, right? It's like cliques rule the world, and cliques might take out other cliques to take their spot. and cliques get a hold of cultures or like governments or institutions, and they use kind of the masses, the rabble, to their ends, right? And they direct them into certain ends that may serve them. And then at a certain point, they may no longer be useful. They might be a burden to that kind of ruling clique. And the ruling clique might even use foreigners against quote unquote their own people, uh, because it fits their, long term agendas. And like, this type of shit is very sociopathic. And I think it kind of breaks down a lot of people's worldview because they kind of have this illusion of like, we're this team and that's that team. But that's like kind of like a Disneyland level interpretation of reality. Reality is much more like what you're laying out, where, again, these cliques are going to use you as cannon fodder, and they're going to give you the flag and the holiday and the statue that you need. But it's all, in a sense, tools of control. It's how do we manage the cattle and the horses on our farm to, give us the economic benefit we need from them. That's the cold reality of life. And the history books, won't teach you that.
Yep. You know what the answer to that is? How do you make them willing to go through certain lengths to go above and beyond whatever our group is? How do you make the commoner go above and beyond and willing to sacrifice everything for this cause? You make them feel important. You make it feel like they're making these huge contributions that's going to better whatever this movement is. Make them feel like they're the main character, and they will do anything that you say.
Yeah, it's like corporate culture in companies, right? Where it's like, they'll put like a poster up in the break room for the fucking the janitor to feel like he's making a difference in the corporation. It's all just like, yeah, we want you to put in a little extra effort for the company's sake. But who benefits from the company's profits really depends how high up you are in the corporate ladder. How much shares do you have? How much equity do you have in the enterprise? And I guess the question is like, in these kind of nationalist identities, how much equity do people, like when I gave the example of the sports team, people were talking about like, oh, we won, my boy Kobe, he won the game. And it's like, who's we? Like, do you own a part of the Lakers? Are you on the team? Like, what do you mean by we? All you did was buy a ticket and a jersey, but do you really have equity in this? And the reality is that most people don't, no matter what group they play in.
Well, in my experience, it's a bit different. Hello, everyone. Pura vida, fighter. Todo bien, todo tranquilo.
What's up, Disso? What up?
Aquí, ocupado, pero ahí vamos. Busy, but I'm... So, I don't see the name of all the other people that are here.
Hold on, let me
I apologize if...
that's
OG.
the Rancho, yep. Or Ditso, Rancho and Ditso, y'all love each other, man.
El original de Rancho. Big Conte,
Big country.
Big country, yeah, but kind of sort of like French in that, and I'm C. All right. So OG doesn't know me and everything. Let me put it very simple to you, OG. I'm 43 years old. I'm a political activist, political analyst. I've been actively involved in the politics of Central America and this whole region for the past 25 years. That's what I've been doing. Three major works is that in my country, Costa Rica, I was one of the civil actors that pushed forward the legalization of cannabis, medicinal cannabis, through Congress. That was almost 4 years ago. After a 13-year process of fighting to get that done through. And I also work in indigenous Afro communities, as well as human rights issues within not only my country, but up close in Colombia, Nicaragua, Panama, Caribbean, Venezuela. I'm half Costa Rican, half Venezuelan. I'm also an adopted individual who was, for a long story, I came from poverty. And my biological mother had to give me away. I was adopted. And I've been in politics all my life, for 43 years of my life, because my father was an ambassador to Venezuela, to different countries, including Washington, D.C., to the OEA. So for me, the experience of politics has been something that it was just there. From the get-go, it was there. So I get what you're saying from the sense of what am I doing as an individual to move and push forward the problems that are experiencing in my region of America. Well, I do as best as I can within the tools that I have. I'm not somebody wealthy. I don't have that much money. The money I do is to either survive or to put it into the different projects. I have my little cannabis business that I've been building since the get-go, and that's slowly getting off the ground. And so fundamentally, in that sense, I get what you're saying about nationalism in Latin America because I've experienced it, I lived it. But if you talk to me as a tico, somebody from Costa Rica, I'm going to tell you two things that we've done right and one thing or two things we've done wrong as a country. The two things we've done right in the last 74 years was abolishment of the military. That was one of the best decisions we've ever made. And two, the establishment of Social Security in every sense of the word. And it has its problems, but it's not perfect. But at least it's much better than the system of the United States in many ways. And two, MXC, don't get me started on the OEA. I'll talk on that later on. And two, and the bad thing we've done is that, for example, we establish a confessional Republican constitutional nation, which means we are one of the fewest countries that we officially say on our constitution that the official religion of the state is the Apostolic Roman or the Catholic Roman, which is bullshit. Which means that part of my taxes I pay go to pay that club of men who have a bad habit of touching minors. So just to give you a perspective.
Yeah, I get it. And I mean, this country was built on the concept of like the free white men, landowning white men, right? Like that was the original democracy voting class of this country. Like you needed to own land in order to have a voice. It didn't matter if you were white and broke and landless. You needed to own land in order to have a vote. And the liberal idea of democracy was that we're not going to do it like Europe where there's this kind of noble class that runs things. We're all going to have a say in kind of how things develop, and that kind of liberal myth was adopted by these little republics of Latin America, large or small. But the reality is that even like in the best setups country, which I think this country was very well set up, like I have to tip my hat off to the Anglos for that. Eventually, as you kind of widen that alleged ruling class, it dissipates, and then it kind of becomes, whether you have these institutions of democracy, like it still becomes like an oligarchic rule, which even like Aristotle talked about, like democracies become oligarchies. And that's what we have today, where, you may have the franchise, you may have the right to vote, you may be able to get on YouTube and share your political opinions on things, you may be able to write a book, you have all these kind of freedoms. At the end of the day, it doesn't mean shit. What your political power is based on how much dollars you move, right? So whoever has the most dollars can put that behind politicians, can put that behind media, can put that behind whatever their views and agendas are, and that's what's going to get pushed through. And at the end of the day, it becomes a fight between dollars of who has more dollars to promote something in the public sphere that then they're going to vote. But that's not really free choice. It's like your choices were purchased by people with a lot of money. So eventually the system becomes that, and that's kind of where we're at now, where it's like, again, if we want anything, no matter what it is, no matter how obtuse or obscure your view on something is, It's just about how much capital can you deploy, how much money can you put behind that campaign to see it through.
What's
And
interesting on that point, OG, and I'm going to tell you out of my experience. Look, when I came out, the first time I came out, I built a protest to start talking about legalization of marijuana. Okay, no money, we had nothing. We just went and we were able to get about 100 or 150 people coming in. That was 14 years ago. That moment, we got hit by two anti-riot police. They tried to arrest us. They arrested about 8 of us. Then they let us go after an express tour around the city on a cop's car, a free tour of the city in a cop's car. But here's the thing: everybody was fucking telling me, "You're wasting your time on this fight. Marijuana is never going to be legal in Costa Rica." 13 years afterwards, I shut everybody's mouth. And I went against high level income type of individuals that were opposed to this, from the narcos and from the government and from the private sector, who just said, we don't want marijuana legalized because we're making more money by it being illegalized. And I kicked their asses, all of them. And nobody who had as little as possible as income as imaginable, who was just a nobody, and I did it. So this idea that since the moment of independence to today, in the last 200 to 248 years, the Western Hemisphere, this place we call America, this place that is divided in Anglo-American and aka also America Latina or Latin America, only by the ruling classes or the plutocracy or the or oligarchy or it's whatever other term you want to refer to those. It's also dangerously, it can be dangerously, what's the expression? Puede ser peligrosamente una declaración de rendición. I don't know if you got that.
Rendition?
Yeah. And in reality, the things are far more intrinsically fluid than that. Let's look at facts like, for example, from the end of the war to today, the movements of leftism that, because what Castro did, then you had the Sandinistas, you had the FSLN in El Salvador, Sendero Luminoso in Peru, the FARC in Colombia, and so on and so on. And yeah, today, those leftist movements that took up arms against the government, 99.9% of them have failed. And the only two pseudo examples are Nicaragua with the Sandinistas, with Ortega as president today, and the Cuba situation. Because the Venezuela is a complete different story that, yeah, we could go and delve into it, and I could talk hours about it. But the point being here is, somehow in the last 200 and 248 years, especially Latin America, has survived not only their internal issues, but also the dirty hand of the United States trying to keep on digging themselves into our areas. And then they bitch and cry and moan about migration and blah, 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 like not realizing that a lot of the displacement is happening because in one great factor is a result of their own policies, the foreign policies towards Latin America that create violence, that create issues that then displace people, that then mobilize them to the north. So a lot of the migration has to do with that. Not I'm not saying it's the only reason, but it's one of the major reasons. But the point being, I just want to conclude with this idea, is that regardless of all that history and all those problems, Latin America has shown that the construction of freedom for the past 200 years, alongside, yes, United States, has to do with those projects that initiated in the era of independence, republics, democracy, all those type of concepts. And it has not been perfect. It has not been perfect. Can it be better? It can be better.
Hey, what's his name? The individual
Ditto,
with
Rancho
Ditto,
Russo.
Ditto. That message I sent you about the OEA being golpistas. Yeah, the United States actually wants people to come here because they start a lot of problems in South America and Latin America. They obligate people to come here. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like one of the things that my mindset has changed in the last couple of years is just accepting the fact that America won. Like
America won what?
like dominance. Like the American culture has had total victory over the world.
But
And
it's not the United States because the United States itself is not ruled by itself. It's ruled by even Eisenhower
right,
said this.
right,
Where the United States is
yes,
now ruled by the CIA and corporations. We're not really a
right,
democracy. We're a plutocracy. What this
yeah,
country is really ruled by like the elites. For example, Venezuela. They're not messing with Venezuela because it's a socialist country. They're messing with Venezuela because it has a shitload of oil in it and they want it. And they even caught Trump saying the truth about it. Oh, we almost had it. This administration that's in there now wants the oil too, because they're all backed by billionaires. They want that oil. That's why there's a lot of shit that goes on in Venezuela.
yeah.
A lot of it has to do with Maduro, but a lot of it also has to do with the CIA meddling in the Jackals. And if anybody ever read John Perkins'
They
Confessions of
they
an
want the
Economic
human
Hitman,
resources too.
yeah.
Las
Yeah,
venas
Um,
abiertas de
but
Latinoamérica.
they want the human
Open
yeah, I
veins.
have
resources.
that book. I
They,
haven't
they
finished
they
reading
want
it, but
they want the labor
it's not the labor. They want the
signal.
resources. If you think about Haiti itself is full of gold, and what they're doing to DR and Haiti is horrible, bro. They literally want to start a civil war in DR again for the third time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's both, and I would say like human resources is a resource. Like labor is just another resource. It allows them to lower the cost of labor here. It allows them to do like brain drain in Latin America so that these countries like don't develop too much, or at least they don't develop outside of like the prescribed form that's allowed for development. The U.S. benefits from this. I mean, like demographics is destiny, and if you look at countries like China and Russia, or even worse countries like Korea and Japan, like they're having, they're on the precipice of these huge demographic collapses, and the U.S. isn't worried about that. Like the U.S. population is growing precisely. A big chunk of it is because of Hispanic immigration that it's absorbed.
Ugh. I hate that term, Hispanic. I could fight it all day. But before we enter on that thing, Latin America population divided in 21 countries is 660 million, almost double that of the United States. And the migration of the displacement is only representative of about 12 to 15% of that particular population, mainly focusing in four major countries, which are New Mexico, Triángulo del Norte, Venezuela, and in fact, the majority of the 8 million people who have exodus from Venezuela in the last 10, 15 years, uh, the main locations they've decided to migrate to are either Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Chile, Argentina, Brazil, some towards Spain, and the United States is only the third place of choice to go towards migration. That's an interesting fact to look upon. But a lot, I think, and sorry if I'm trying to translate my concepts because I haven't spoken English in a few days. I've been mainly speaking Spanish, so please forgive me if I if I get stuck because I'm trying to think in Spanish and etc. But you said something interesting, OG, the rancho. Mijo, you said the American-esque culture has won, and I differ from that. It actually, there is no such thing as an American culture or a monolithic American culture, neither from the United States or from any other region in the Western Hemisphere. There are
No, papi. Hip hop won. We're speaking English. The internet won. The language of the internet is English. The whole world. You have girls in Bulgaria using black ghetto slang from Chicago because of the internet. Like the whole world revolves around American culture. And if you're into an alternative lifestyle, then you'll listen to I don't know, System of a Down or Linkin Park or whatever the fuck. It's like the whole world drinks Coca-Cola. The whole world wants Levi's and Nike. Like,
it's true, yo.
America won.
It's true.
America won. Like, it's okay. Now for me, it's like, okay, now that America won, how can I use this to my benefit? How can I use my Americanism as a strength, right? Like, how can I benefit from it long term? How can I enable my descendants to leverage this reality to their benefit? And I think that's one of the things that I personally have evolved in ever since I got on the internet.
In my circumstance, outside of the internet, what I see is actually the decline of that idea that you're exposing. In what way? First, let's look at the influence of Coca-Cola or those industries to where supposedly United States has had that influence. As we see when for example, Walmart reached Costa Rica, one of the things that Walmart has faced is the constant and systematic mining of their operations, because people are slowly getting back to the pulperia, to the little store in their hood or in their area. They'd much rather go buy there than continue buying in Walmart, or there's a combination of that type of behavior. Or
well, I'm sure you can point to a lot of things like that on the fringes, but ultimately, people are still going to McDonald's. Like people, okay, if you go to pulperia, what are they going to buy? A Coca-Cola. Like, well, I understand what you're saying. There is some pushback against kind of this global like monoculture that's like really heavily based on consumerism. But it's like still like it's still operating within like the framework of, I mean, again, we're speaking English to each other. You're from Costa Rica, my family's from Nicaragua. Like, we're
no, podemos hablar español, pero resulta
claro,
que
pero el internet habla inglés. O sea, ese es el lenguaje, es la lengua franca del mundo. Si yo voy a ir a Rusia a hacer negocio, o a la China, o a la India, al África, lo más probable es que voy a tener que hablarle a la gente en inglés para poder negociar. Discúlpame, tengo que salir. I'll hop back in a second. I just got to my destination.
Yeah, shout out to my guy Burgundy Burpees God for the song request. Baby 50 Irving. Let's get it. That's all we're gonna come back, right? We're gonna get right back to it. Hold up.
Nowhere without 30. Damn.
Hey, Moody, what you taking the shit in there?
Damn. You niggas bitches. Ride slow, we can't swerve. I can't go nowhere without 30. Too high and it's early. I'ma catch him when it's early. I'ma catch him when he slip up. We drop shells out of pickup. Homicide better come.
Hip hop took over, man.
You spend once but ain't hit none. Fuck no, we better spend some. Look for a bullet and get one. Switch to the glizzy and hit with a big gun. They wanna hide when we come. They wanna see where we came from. My men tryna see if they hit one. I wanna see if they kill one. I move small like a pilgrim. Dressed up here in a ditch. Try to speak on fit and got hit with a brick. Your best man, I know he's sick. I took the Glock every day, you a bitch. I can't go nowhere without 30. These niggas, they be pervin'. I drink a deuce of green when I'm lurking. We try to slide in the rain and the car kept swerving. We gon' catch him, bro. I know that nigga be perfect. That little boy ain't working. I shot through the crowd like I'm Irvin. I got a tough bucket like I'm Irvin. I know how I get up on them cause I grew up with them. Ain't fucking with niggas who chasing these bitches. Wild nigga put the hole in our business. Watch niggas, they ain't minding they business. Shoot the Glock till I give me a tick. Wait for him cause I know where he living. Hit the nigga, try to kill me and I made him a victim. Ride slow, we can't swerve. I can't go nowhere without 30. Too high and it's early. I'ma catch him when it's early. I'ma catch him when he slip up. We drop shells on the pickup. Homicide better come pick him up. I hit that fifth, but they lift up. Rush out the Glock on the front line. You spin once, but ain't hit none. Fuck no, we better spend some. Look for a bullet and get one. Switch to the glizzy and hit with a big gun. They wanna hide when we come. They wanna see where we came from. My men tryna see if they hit one. I wanna see if they kill one. I move small like a pilgrim.
All right.
Fighter,
Yes.
can you play that song I just put there
Huh? Where?
on the private chat?
Oh yeah, you gotta send a request to the Cash App. $ pay me beloved.
Ah man, I'm broke.
Yeah.
All my money goes to the work I do.
To marijuana?
To my political activism, for my traveling, for assisting a homeless. I do, for example, every 2 months, we do a food rush for homeless people. So we purchase a whole bunch of food, we cook it, and then we go out on the street and provide packages like with dental care, with for women tampons, food, things like that. Trying to change a little bit or make a little bit the life easier for people like that in condition of street or homelessness, or things like that. So no, I can't give money out in YouTube.
I'm homeless too.
Coño, ¿cómo que estás en casa?
I don't own a house. I don't own a home.
You do not own a home? Are you in the condition of street, if I may ask?
No, but I don't own a home, right? So if you don't own a home, you're homeless.
Well, do you rent? Are you renting right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do have a ceiling. I'm referring to the extreme cases. I don't know if ever in your life you've been in the condition of street or having to sleep in the street, having to eat from the trash, not being able to take a bath, not being able to brush your teeth, having to be day in and day out in the street living. Have you had that ever happen to you in your life?
Yeah, one day I had to sleep in the street one day.
One day. I'm referring. Look, I give you a story about this. Carlos was somebody I knew. I knew him for 6-7 years. Out of those 6-7 years, he had already been in the streets for 12.
Damn.
Living in the streets for 12 years. He died. COVID, actually. So that's what I'm trying to change, That's what I'm trying to make better.
Okay. Now, do you believe in Latinidad?
You know me well, fighter. I don't believe in anything. But for me, the America Latina, Latinoamericanidad, it has to be referred like that. There's a difference of saying Latinidad versus America Latinidad. We have to use the concept of America, of the Western Hemisphere. It's a world of difference. Shorting it and saying Latinidad does not mean anything. So if the colloquial concept of using Latino means absolutely nothing, like Hispanic means absolutely nothing towards the people here in the Western Hemisphere of this place that we call America Latina.
Nah, I mean, Hispanidad means something.
No, it means absolutely nothing.
Yes, it does. It means Hispanic. Yeah, it means
Do you know? Do you know the origin of the word Hispanic?
Spain.
Nope. Rome, or the Latin Empire, Roman Empire. The word Hispanicus means land of many rabbits. It was the term utilized to refer to when they arrived to what is modern day Spain, in that sense. So Hispanicus virtually means land of many rabbits, and then it was an endonym put to the population of those who were in Spain at that moment of the arrival of the Romans, which then transformed into this whole concept of Hispanico. So it's a false dichotomy to say, no, it's not dichotomy. It's a false equivalence to say Hispanic, Latino are synonymous, because they're not. In essence and in meaning and in everything, they do not mean the same thing in many ways.
I don't like. I don't mind using Hispanic though. It just means we derive from the Hispanic. I mean, but I'm Dominican, really. If someone said that you're Hispanic, I'm not. I don't get offended by that. I don't get offended by that. Are you okay? Are you okay with the term Afro Latino?
Afro Latinoamericano, yeah, or Afro Costarricense, if you want to be more focused.
So
This is
you
the
okay?
interesting part.
So you're okay with that, but you're not okay with Hispanic.
Of course not. Of course
But,
not.
but,
I'm
but,
not
so are you gonna say? So you're not gonna say that Spain had heavily had an impact on what our culture is today? Wouldn't you say that?
200 years afterwards, no. Spain has nothing to do with our culture.
Uh,
The elements,
I disagree.
the elements of culture that have manifested itself, especially in the last 200 years, are uniquely here. That there were elements of Spaniard as well as Portuguese or French or European base of cultural elements within that construction of the cultural reality in America Latina, yes, but those do not or are not significant enough to then justify and say, well, it's all our culture. Then the discussion of the transformation of culture here in what is America Central, Mexico, Caribe, and South America would have to focus itself on originality and would have to focus on, for example, the similar traits that you have in the Mesoamerican cultures, such as the eating corn, eating beans, the eating fish that was very indigenous of here, to the elements of dressing. For example, a lot of the areas that we're talking about are neotropic to subtropic regions of the world. So you have different ways of experiencing weather here. So no. So whomever says that the contribution of Spaniard elements towards the Latin American culture is far more than the autochthonous as well as self isolation or the ways culture manifested here is false. It's telling you a lie. You know?
Spain had a heavy influence. I'm telling you, bro.
Which influences are we talking about?
Food, music.
Which food?
Food, music, language, um, dance. Um, I mean, I could go on and on. Just the format, many formalities and mannerisms. The form of Spanish that like the genetics, literally in our DNA, literally our DNA can be traced back to the Iberian Peninsula. Literally.
Okay, so let me ask you.
They're literally, we're literally part of them.
Let me ask you. In modern day, because what you're called Spanish, there's no such language as Spanish. The language we speak
Castellano.
Castellano, exactly. But as of today, following what the RAE says, you know what the RAE is, the Real Academia Española, for example, who is the area who contributes more changes to the language Spanish in relation of population in itself?
I would say Mexico.
Okay, so Latin America. Latin America contributes more to the changes and mannerisms within Spanish that the own Spain can do today in that sense. So
yeah, but I'm talking about I'm speaking more about the foundation.
Well, the foundation here was not Spaniard. The foundation here was independence.
No,
Was the process of
No,
independence.
no. I'm speaking about the language we speak came from Spain.
From one area of Spain, the Castellano. But
of course.
But because
okay, all right. Yeah, from that's the country of Spain.
Okay.
So they have to get at least that form of acknowledgement. You don't have to like it, but they have to get the acknowledgement. You don't have to like it. Right.
So let me put it this way.
Spain is an old country with rich history. We can't deny that.
Let me put it this way.
Right.
No, I will not give you the right on that one.
So wait. So Spain doesn't have rich history?
No.
No.
What I'm not giving you is the
interesting.
Hold on. I never said that Spain does not have its own rich history. Which part of that history includes genocide, but hey, who's counting?
I mean, all right, tell me what country with rich history doesn't have war and genocide?
We didn't have that.
And conquering. Where?
Latin America or this whole place that
Are you serious?
Areas? Yeah.
The Aztecs and the Mayans, they didn't practice cannibalism and conquering each other and sacrificing humans.
Okay, so
for gods.
What major war
and rituals?
Okay,
and practicing these cult-like religious rituals.
The same way the Europeans.
They weren't warriors. They didn't practice war.
Hold on.
They didn't have slavery and classism. They had everything that they say that the white man practices. So did every other group.
Okay, so don't you consider that to be an oversimplistic criteria to then analyze the pre-Columbian or pre-Colombina, the era of the pre-Columbus era that was happening here? That in that way, then it's justifying the invasion of the Europeans to say, well, they were savages. That's why the Europeans came here, to save us all. That's the justification. So
that's not the justification.
That's exactly what you're saying.
No. The justification is this is the cold world we live in.
Okay.
If listen, that's the cold world we live in. If South Americans had the knowledge and technology to travel past yonder, they would have done so. They would have done so. But they just didn't. They weren't. That weren't their aims. That wasn't their aims. They weren't there yet. To go explore.
For example,
it is what it is. I mean, we have to give credit where it's due, right? I mean, the white man they just hopped on it first. I mean, hey, it is what it is, man. Can't be a hater. All we can do is just learn from it. Okay,
Okay, so again, the point you're trying to make is absurd because it does not take into consideration several factors. You mentioned cannibalism. Europe was a cannibalistic society in many ways. I mean, practiced cannibalism over 1,000 years or more. And there's sufficient evidence to talk in regards to that. For example, El Cidrón, a cave in Spain, there was a discovery of 12 individuals that had been dismembered, skin, and then eaten by other Neanderthals about 50,000 years ago. So, I mean, factual sense. By the time the Europeans were coming here, they had the Spanish Inquisition, and they were killing each other because of Catholicism, because of Christ. So fundamentally, what you're trying to do is do a false equivalency of what could have happened here in society-wise, or the developments of civilizations here in the Western Hemisphere pre-arrival of the Europeans, and equate that, and then say, well, because that was happening, the Europeans, you're saying this indirectly, implicitly, that then the Europeans came here to civilize us, which is bullshit. So let's go back to that point. For example, you mentioned the Aztecs and the Mayans. What, before the arrival of Columbus, can you mention a known war between the Mayans and the Aztecs?
No. We have to come back. We could come back for this conversation. We could come back to this conversation. No. You give me a what's today? What's today?
3rd of September.
Tuesday. Give me a week, and we could come back and have this conversation.
Okay.
No, because this will be like a whole different live, and give me a week, and we could next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, what time is good for you?
Today right now it's 8:58 p.m. Central Standard, right?
Okay, I'm Eastern time, so it's 11 where I'm at. It's 11:06.
11. That's 3 hours difference right now. That's right. So can we make it around 9 p.m. Eastern time, which would be 6 p.m. my time?
Okay, so 9 p.m. Eastern time next Tuesday.
6 p.m. Central Standard.
Okay, so that would be the topic would be the history of Mayans in Aztec.
Pre-Columbian reality in Western Hemisphere.
Okay.
That's from Argentina all the way to Canada plus the Caribbean. So
okay. We could talk about that. All right.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we could do that. All right. Because it's a whole. That's a whole nother interesting live with a whole different topic behind it. And I could probably even do a part 2 to this topic. Latinidad is not real.
You know what's interesting about the concept of Latinidad without adding the American Latinidad? The Latinidad, if we are only basing ourselves on languages, you would have to add Quebec into Latin America. You would have to add Romania into the concept of Latin Americanidad because Romanian is a Romance language. Italians, Spanish, Portuguese, French.
Yeah, okay, but now we understand. But now you're being, what's the famous, what's that buzzword? Disingenuous. You're being dishonest now because you very know in what context people mean when they say Latin. They're including Brazilians. And it's like it could be like geographical. It's a sliding definition. So technically you can say Haitians, but even Haitians they don't consider themselves Latin. Technically they are, but they don't consider themselves that. So what we mean when we say Latin or we say Hispanic. You know what we mean. You understand what we mean. Now
I can understand the colloquial sense of it,
right?
But I can fight it in logic. I can say that's bullshit and therefore expose.
Like the word, okay, like I know the word mulatto means mule, but I'm not offended. Like I genuinely am not offended by the word. So when someone says mulatto, I understand exactly what they mean. Sometimes we use certain words so we understand what they mean. Now, when I say someone's a mulatto, I don't connect that with them being a donkey or a mule. I mean, okay, that's a person who's black and white. That's it. Sometimes we shouldn't let words, as humans, as time progresses, the definition of words change, right? You could agree with that, right? Words change, and we give the definition to the word.
You can also agree that words have weight and they have impact on real life. So sometimes, even though you may say, um, I don't feel offended by it, somebody like me who loves linguistics and has learned the meaning of the words and who studied linguistics and who has partially a career on linguistics, then argues that in some circumstances, the evolution of language is also a recognition that some terms have to die and they have to be buried 6 feet under,
like Latinx,
or like Hispanos.
like Latinx. So I mean, I enjoy. I understand linguistics. I enjoy it too. I love learning how to speak and how to convey a message to people. But my thing is, it really, that word, like Hispanic, it means it, like, it doesn't mean any harm. It literally means deriving of Spain when it comes from when it's speaking about our tongue, what we speak. That's it. And then you linguists, and you have to admit that the Catholic, the religious basis when it comes to of Catholic, that in South America, that's was mainly practiced. So I mean, we have to agree, yo. That, I mean, yo, this is like what we are, yo. Like we can't we can't run from it. We're Hispanic. It's just a word that people use and appropriately.
So
they put it on us. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, and even when you look up, even when you look up the word, what Hispanic means, it literally says, "Oh, Spanish derives of Spain." Yo, I mean, it's plain and simple. Derives from Spain. That's it, yo.
Okay, so
Derives of Spain.
let's take your points there.
And I'm not offended. I know Bitcoin owes me 25. I think like $50, $25. You owe me on that cash. You've been owing me this for like 2 years. Nah.
Fighter,
you hit that cash app, nigga.
Let's grab that concept and what you said. Okay, Hispanic, and I know you use the etymology of it, which tells you pertaining to Spain. Okay, number one, explain to me, how is it that we still are pertaining to Spain and making emphasis on that word pertaining? Because that word itself has a meaning to it. Correct? So if we look at the definition of pertaining, it means that we belong to Spain, that you're still adjusting our reality to belonging to Spain, and that is no longer true.
Well, it was because at one time they ruled over over those places, and it's just, and it is what it is, yo.
Okay,
that's what stayed in the Hispano. That's what stayed behind. Yo, it's so ill. It's so interesting that we still speak the tongue. We still that's still our language. It's the fact that even in the United States, the second most spoken language
is Spanish. I know.
It's Spanish. Again, right? So they left behind some history, and
So
I mean they influence. I mean, you have to. They influence a lot of things. So I mean, just listen. I know you want to fight against it, but just acknowledge it, yo. Just take it in, breathing in, and that's it.
What I'm telling you is, you have to break those standardizations or false equivalences that you're making, because let's take the argument of we speak Spanish. How many Spanishes do we speak right now? How many different forms of Spanish we developed? They are no longer pertaining to Spain or associated with Spain.
Hey, you know what? You know why I love merengue? You know why I love merengue? It got Spanish in it, got African in it, it got some indigenous. It's mixed, yo.
Okay.
Yo, salsa, like it's all mixed up. It's a gumbo, yo. I love it. I love it.
Can you acknowledge that
the guitar?
All right.
The accordion.
Hold on. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I love merengue myself. I love salsa. Yes, but here's
in Costa Rica, yeah, like rock. Rock.
Rock. Well, there's a lot of stuff, but anyhow,
Rock en español.
you're
Rock.
being disingenuous right now. Let's go back to that point.
I'm lying. In Costa Rica and in Argentina,
Ya
they
vamos,
love rock,
ya
Spanish
vamos.
rock.
Que me saliste por la tangente, pero rudísimamente por la tangente. Y lo que te estoy tratando de
La
decir,
gente no te haga loco. No te
mijo,
haga,
que me
¿cómo se
saliste
llama?
por la
¿Cómo se
tangente.
llama? ¿Cómo se llama? Una novela, la
Ya va.
novela que eran era una
Coño,
banda.
pero es que me está saliendo
Pero
los
¿cómo era?
pelotazos.
¿Cuál era el nombre de ellos?
Weón, es que, entendeme, me estás tratando de patear la pelota por encima del poste, weón. Eso es lo que me estás haciendo. O sea, suave.
I don't even, rebelde, ya, rebelde.
Rebelde.
Yeah,
Pero
used to watch rebelde.
la mexicana o argentina.
Damn. Which one did I see? I think
mira.
I saw both, yo. I think I saw the Mexican
both
one.
of them. I saw both of them.
I think I saw both of them.
Anyhow, back to this point. Mira, es que te me has salido por la tangente y me saliste con la.
Yeah, I don't play soccer, and I know what you meant by what you said.
Football.
Okay.
Football.
Okay. And the funny thing is, most of the world calls it football. That's the funny part.
Yeah, only the gringos call it soccer.
Yeah,
look, going back to that point. All right. Shit, you started talking about so much shit. Okay, I'm back.
Got him. Got him over here.
You almost got me. Going back to that point in regards to what you were saying, the Spanish, aka Castellano, that we speak here in Latin America, is not a monolithic. It is as various as it is, as there are many countries in Latin America, the different accents, the different intonations, the different inflections, etc., etc., etc. So the Spanish that we speak here, el español que hablamos aquí, ya no pertenece a España, ya no pertenece a los que nos invadieron. It now, after 500 years of that history, and focusing mainly in the last 200 years, mainly because of the independence, we no longer pertain to Spain. That is a dead concept that no longer is valid to explain the realities that were here. That there are elements within our culture that still today, for example, Catholicism, which is yes, a most negative influence of the continuing of colonized mindset. Fine, but you have to acknowledge that the evolution of our languages, of our gastronomical, of our traditional practices, as well as new practices that are being developed or are developed in the last 25 years, in that sense, to the development of music, to the development of literature, to the development of philosophy, etc., has completely and become utterly independent from Spain. Therefore, you would have to agree that the oversimplification of saying we Latin Americans, either from the Caribbean, Mexico, Central America, South America, are Hispanics is bullshit. It no longer pertains to the realities that we have lived here in the last 200 years. That you could agree on. You could agree that then surmising to only that term is unjustified to then explain our realities. So that's why I fight it. That's why I criticize it openly, because at the end, I'm unlike you. I'm not satisfied with the status quo. I'm the type of individual who says fuck the status quo and I change it, or I can recognize that something that is perceived as a potential or as an idea of a status quo is not. It's an illusion, and that the actual status quo is something else. I think we can agree, can we?
It doesn't offend me.
It doesn't matter that it doesn't offend you.
It doesn't offend. It doesn't offend me.
It doesn't matter what you personally can take as an individual. What it pertains is what we as communities can then redevelop and restructure those deterministic exonyms that are, or those tags that are being utilized in many occasions erroneous. That changes then and transforms identity. So it doesn't matter a question of personal.
I don't want to I don't want to transform an identity, because then it's gonna be. Imagine how many times it's gonna transform. It's gonna be a bunch of people with different opinions. Oh no, that doesn't speak for me. Oh wait, I don't like that. Just leave it how it is, and it's good. Just keep things simple.
That's
Keep
the thing.
things simple.
Reality ain't simple. Reality is not an Occam's razor.
Yeah, hence why they have now people. You got people calling us Latinx,
Well, the idea of
right?
Latinx
The,
is that
the way, same way you're thinking right now is what shaped the terminology Latinx.
okay. So, for example,
Correct?
the idea
Yes or
of
no? Correct? Yes or no?
the concept of Latinx as a tool to then use that inclusive language, there's a contesting happening of saying it's not Latinx, it's Latine with an E at the end, and certain words are finishing with an E. That discussion still is ongoing. And those who want to use the Latinx are being fought against by those who saying, well, the LGBTI movements in America have mostly agreed on using the E at the end, and we do not want to use the X. We consider the origin of the X to be way too Anglo, way too structural of the United States, too impositives. So, in that sense, Latinx is being discarded by many. So, yeah, those type of things, as we see it in the example of Latinx and Latine, is something that is happening with like the concepts of Hispanico or non-Hispanic. In that sense, the evolution of identity that is continuously happening and has been happening for a long time, and I will again focus on that time from 200 to 248 years. In the last 200 248 years, it tells us something. It tells us that as we progress and move forward as societies, we are yard by yard, inch by inch, going away from that being pertaining to a Spain or to England or to whomever, and we are now pertaining to ourselves. We are constructing ourselves. We are evolving ourselves, and that is going to be a continuous thing. And that conversation needs to continue happening in the matter of America Latinidad.
Now, I hear everything you're saying. Bitcoin. Once you pay up, nigga, you could come up here. You no, nah, fuck out of here. You owe, nigga. Once you pay up, you could come up. You keep asking and bringing up the same thing. Link, nigga. You're not coming up here. Shout out to everyone that came through. We're gonna have a part 2 to this. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tired. It's 11:23 p.m. Eastern time. Next week, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time, Bitcoin and I will have this conversation about the Americas pre-Columbian America.
Precolombina or pre-Columbus, pre-Columbine. I think it's the correct term.
So that's the conversation we will. Yeah, that's interesting how in English it's Columbus and in Spanish is Colón.
Colon. Well, his Italian name was Cristobale Colon. Hold on, let me pull it up because even in Spanish, this name is translated, and in Italian, the name was different. Give me a sec. I was pulling it up here. And the term Columbus in English is just a mistranslation of the name Colon in Spanish. Anyhow, his pronunciation in Italian was way different. Right now, I don't have it. I'll pull it up on the next conversation.
All right, yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's
I have
late.
to
I'm
look for it.
tired. Shout out to everybody that came through.
Yeah, me too.
Big clips, big clips. Shout out him. He hit me with the
Next
20
Tuesday.
ball. Yep, another 20 ball. Yeah, next Tuesday, 9 p.m., bro. I'm not gonna forget. 9 p.m. Eastern time, my time, 6 p.m. your time. I'm not gonna forget.
Oh, there we go. DJ Cicote Fuerte. I think he's got it. Cristoforo Colombo.
Yeah,
Cristoforo Colombo was.
yo, shout out to everyone that came through. John Deere, everyone. Hit the like button on the way out. Hit the cash app, hit the super chat. Yo, we had a good show, but yeah, you guys tired, and I'll probably be back tomorrow, guys. I'll probably be back
Dale,
tomorrow.
pues. Mijo, se
All right,
me la
man.
cuida.
Peace, Dito. Yep, no doubt. Thank you.
Se me la cuida que se le va. Venga a la izquierda, ¿verdad?
Got him. Got him. Got him. All right, shout out to everybody, man. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Ditto and Rancho. I haven't seen him for a while. Shout out to who else came up here? Big Country.
Big Country.
And somebody else, I forgot who. Oh yeah, MXC.
MXC.
Yeah. So
and as my people say in my language, Beshko Woblava, walk with your eyes open.
Oh man, walk with your eyes open, yeah. All right, man. Peace. Stay dangerous.
Peace.